Yo, what is up, my crazy subscribers? This is Joe King Johnson 4, and today I'm gonna teach you guys how to set up the SG553 from Battlefield 4. And most of the time, this gun you're gonna be able to use it from short range to medium range battles. And I suggest to use it on team deathmatch, squad deathmatch, and also domination, because this gun is pretty much great from short range, and it also has the best hip fire from every single gun in the Carbine rifle division. Now, as we can see, here's the Carbine rifle division. It does have a high rate of fire, as you can see in the bottom right. You can see the rate of fire of 830. So in the magazine size is also 30 bullets per magazine, but it's no problem. All you have to do is just take out enemies from short range, and you're able to do just fine. And also you can take out like around 3 people per mag if you're accurate enough on the head. So the SG553 is just using a short range. You should be able to do just good with this weapon. From long range, you gotta be very accurate. If not, you're gonna be missing every single shot, and you're just gonna be wasting bullets for nothing. So make sure you're very accurate and be very patient, because this gun does rattle a little bit when it comes down to long range. But from short range, hip fire it's pretty goddamn accurate. And we're gonna show you guys why it's pretty goddamn accurate. As you can see, you're gonna have the Coyote red dot sight. The reason why it's better compared to the other red dot sights, because you know, the Cobra has the T sign. The hollow is for sure is for those LMGs. You know, for those guns that go all the way around the screen. You know, that's why the hollow sight is there for. And it's better than the HD also, because the HD actually zooms you really in. But you really do not need nothing that helps you zoom in. You need something that helps you out from medium range battles, and you want to do it better in squad deathmatch. You know, most of the maps are going to be like very tight. Most of the enemies are going to be from close range. So do not add the HD. Do not add the hollow side. Do not add the reflex side. It is a big difference. I think this one has a bigger area than this one, the reflex sight. The reflex sight is just a round sight, while the Coyote's red dot sight has the square sight. And it's a lot better, and you can see the area a lot more better also. So I suggest to add the Coyote red dot sight. Anything else, you don't need it, because this weapon is not made for long range battles. Moving on to the accessories, you're gonna have the tri-beam laser or the laser sight, which is gonna help you out on the hip firing. And yes, it is gonna be pretty goddamn accurate. You're gonna be able to see some of my gameplays, how I ended up hip firing some enemies from medium range, and I still took him out. So yeah, make sure you have these two. Not the flashlight. The flashlight, most of the times in Battlefield 4, doesn't work. Yes, it does blind out people, but not like it used to. So the flashlight, you know, you really kind of don't need it. You can actually see the map even though it's dark. You don't need the magnifier, because you really do not need nothing to magnify like down the field, because most of the time you're gonna be able to use this gun from short range, so you really do not need it. The laser and light combo, you can have it if you want. It's still the same thing as the laser sight and the tri-beam laser. So that's about it. Do not add nothing else. You don't need the iron sights. The iron sights are quite terrible, so do not add it. All you need is the laser sight in order for you to do better from hip fire and precision. The barrel, you're gonna have the silencer, and the reason why is because I think it gets better. Because before, I used to have the flash hider, and what this does is increase the hip fire and the range, because the flash, you know, it's lowered into a minimum scale, and you can be able to see down the field pretty much clearly. But you know, I don't know, I just didn't feel it with the flash hider. And when I switched over to the suppressor, you know, people did not know where I was coming from. I was sneaking around the map, and it was pretty cool, because, you know, I was taking out enemies from pretty much close range next to their enemy friendly, you know, the people near the team. So people did not know where I was coming from, so I was just taking out people blindsidely, and, you know, they were trying to figure out where I was. There were some moments in my gameplays where enemies were trying to figure out where the hell am I shooting from. So yeah, it is pretty much convincing that the suppressor is pretty good in this game. So make sure you add the suppressor on the, you know, SG, and you should be able to sneak around the map like with no problem, and take out people from short range with no problem also, and on the quicks and stealthily. So make sure you add the suppressor if you guys want to get high kills in every single match. Next, we're gonna have the ergo grip, and the reason why it's very different from every single one of these grips is because this allows you to aim faster from hip fire. It's kind of like the quick draw from Call of Duty, but this is only for hip firing. And why do you need this? Because I think this gun is more accurate when it comes down from hip firing. from long range, medium range, aiming down the sights, it's kind of rattly, and I don't know why. So I just added the ergo grip back, and it pretty much helped me out on raising my KD because I was no longer missing, and also my accuracy went up. So yeah, I mean, the red dot sight with the tri-beam laser with a ergo grip combined with a suppressor, it is a great combination because you're able to take out enemies from hip fire, and it's pretty much insane. So you guys have seen my gameplays, you guys have seen me use this weapon, so pretty much there's my evidence. So yeah, and the paint, you can have whatever you want. So this is pretty much it, guys. The SG553, I mostly use it on the recon, which allows me to have the radio beacon in the TUAGS, and the TUGS is for you to guys. It's like a little sonar. You place it down the field, and you're able to see some of the enemies going around you. And the radio beacon is for you to spawn in. It's kind of like the tactical insertion from Call of Duty. And next, the grenades, you can have whatever you want, but I suggest to use the incendiary grenade. Do not use the smoke or the flashbang or the hand flare. They're pretty much useless. They don't work as much like they do in Call of Duty. The smoke sucks. Like, literally, it takes forever for the smoke to come out. So do not use none of these three. Use these top four, but most of the time I use the M34 incendiary. So yeah, if you guys want to use my grenade, make sure you place it down there. If not, you can use whatever you want, the frag, the mini, or the impact. The knife, you can have whatever you want. And the one that I suggest to have the most of the time on the field upgrades will be the Spec Ops. Make sure you have the Spec Ops at all times, because this will allow you to have stealth. And while on the battlefield, yes, it will level up. Every time you kill some certain amount of people, it should be able to level up. So at level 1, you're going to have stealth, which is you're going to be undetected by motion sensors, except when sprinting. So make sure you just don't hold down the sprinting button if you're in a small stage. Level 2, C4 explosives, you're gonna be able to have more than 6. Next, motion sensors increases the maximum of inventory and motion sensors to 5, which is pretty cool. You can have like shitloads of them. But that's not the one with the TUGS though. That one's for the the little ball that you throw across the field, and it should be able to show you guys the enemies once you throw them down. So it's kind of different to TUGS. Next, the level 4 will be quick on spot, reduces the time you are spotted by 2 seconds. So it is kind of worth it. It's going to increase your stealthy ways in the battlefield. I suggest to have it all times so you guys can just sneak around behind enemies and humiliate them by knifing them behind their back. So yeah, and you can have a lot of fun doing that. So anyways, this is all for now, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the class setup. It's an insane class setup for small matches, like team death matches, squad death matches, and also domination. It is pretty much good for those 3 game modes. Do not use it on conquest. Do not use it well, you can use it on conquest, but only if it's Operation Locker, because you need tight stages like those to use this weapon, because everybody's gonna be right there. So you're gonna need a gun that has a very high firing rate. So this gun is pretty much great for short range battles. I suggest to use it. And if you're coming from Call of Duty Ghost right now, this gun is exactly the same as the ARX from Call of Duty Ghost. So anyways, leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what's up, and tell me what gun should I work on next, because I do have the G36, the Type 95, and some other ones, the CBQB. I have several different other carbine rifles I can work on. So yeah, guys, this is all for now. You guys want to play with me in Battlefield 4? Make sure you guys add me at JokingJohnson4. So I'll see you guys later, and enjoy your day. I'm on the pursuit of happiness, and I know everything that shine ain't always gonna be